Welcome to Be the One podcast, another edition here in December, the last one of 2024. And I'm thrilled today to have with me two of our finest, both seniors, Chapman Dykes and Mary Sigman. Welcome, both of you all, to the podcast. And I'm excited because I don't know you very well. I mean, I know you, but I don't know you like I'd like to know you all as students. And so today is going to be a lot about getting to know you all better and hearing your stories and learning about your experiences here at Brookstone. So thank you for being here. Okay, so let's start, Chapman. We'll start with you.
Yes, sir.
And why don't you tell us your Brookstone story? You arrived as a ninth grader, and tell us about kind of where you came from and how you ended up here.
So I came from St. Luke, and all I've ever heard was great things about Brookstone. And so, you know, my brother and sister went to Columbus High.
Okay.
And so my parents did not want to. They wanted me to make sure I went to Brookstone because all they had heard was great things.
Okay.
And I knew a bunch of people from here. And so they made me, they didn't even give me a choice, which I wanted to go to Brookstone, but they wanted to make sure I came. And when I showed up the first year, I loved it. And so I had no question. I wanted to stay here and be here, and I've been here ever since.
Awesome. So you're the youngest of three?
Yes, sir.
Got it. And where are your brother and sister now?
My brother goes to Auburn, and my sister goes to Sanford.
Oh, wow. Terrific.
Yes, sir.
So you're the last one in high
Yes,
school.
sir.
All right. And who did you already know here that made it
So I've
compelling?
grown up playing baseball with Charles, Parks, Henry, all of them. You know, we played baseball when we were younger. I was at American, some of them were at Peach, so we'd kind of play each other and go at it.
Got it.
So
That's
yes,
awesome.
sir.
That's awesome. So you were coming into somewhat of a familiar
Oh,
scenario.
yes, sir, for sure.
Got it.
Yes,
but
sir.
nobody else in your family. You're the only one in your family.
My dad went to Brookstone.
Oh, he did?
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Okay, terrific.
Yes,
so
sir.
he knew
Yes, sir.
about
Oh,
what
yeah.
that was going to be like. So what stories do you get tired of hearing from your dad about Brookstone?
So I'm a basketball player. I'm sure you know that. And all he likes to tell me is how when he was there was no three-point line. And so that's all I hear whenever.
That's great. I
You
gotta
know,
talk to
y'all
your dad
shot
about
too many
that.
threes today. When I was there, we didn't have one. So, yes, sir.
Like Pete Maravich, he would shoot all those shots he shot would have counted for one more point if they
Yes,
had
sir.
a three-point
Yep.
line back in the day.
That's literally what I hear from him.
Yeah, that's great. That's terrific.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you. Mary, what about you? Same scenario?
Yeah, I also came from St. Luke. I loved my freshman year, and when I decided to come, it was really between CHS and Brookstone. And my parents wanted me to come to Brookstone just because of the Learning Center, and they learned about that and how I'm dyslexic, and they knew that the Learning Center and that environment could really help me in getting extended time on my test and stuff like that. And so I decided to come here, and I loved my freshman year, and it was so fun and exciting,
That's
and I
awesome.
decided to stay.
Did you know people as well before you arrived?
Not really.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I knew some of the swimmers who swam here, but Holly Matson and Tommy Marston, but I didn't really know a lot
Was
of
that
people.
scary?
I mean, yeah, change is always scary, so
But day one, you knew you were in the right place?
yeah.
Why is that?
It just felt like home. I just felt like the environment and the people were just so loving and caring, and I just knew I was gonna like it.
That's awesome. And you mentioned the Learning Center, and thank you for being so candid about yourself. Tell me how that experience has been for you.
It's been really, really helpful. It's been so great. I've been in the Learning Center for the past 3 years. I'm not in it this year, but it has helped me so much just stay organized and have someone to always be there to help me when I need help.
That's awesome. But the Learning Center would say, I think, that by the time you're a senior, it is probably time to move on, right?
Yeah.
That's what they hope, isn't it? That's terrific. So, okay, so you mentioned swimming, and I know you're a swimmer, and that's sort of why I have you here. You're the only female senior swimmer this year, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you all are coming off of a amazing season last year.
Yes, sir.
Talk a little bit about swimming and why you like it so much.
It's my first love. I started swimming when I was 7 years old, and one of the reasons I came to Brookstone was because of the swim team, and I knew they were decent and they were good, and that maybe we had a chance at winning state with the GIA switch. And I mean, I just love it, and I love the people and the environment and the sport itself.
Swimming's a little unique, I have to
It
say.
is.
I have a sister who swam at one point in college, and that culture is different. What makes swim teams so special?
All swimmers are extremely hardworking. We have to get up at 5 a.m. and go to practice. Swimming 2 times a day sometimes. It's insane. But I think that dedication and that hard working that we all have, it bonds us together, and we all have like a special connection. So
That's really cool. But in the summers, do you avoid pools in the summer?
no, we still swim over the
Oh,
summer.
okay. Oh, you swim all year round.
Yes, sir.
I'm thinking more recreationally.
No, I mean I lifeguard over the summer.
You do?
So.
Okay, yeah. I guess that's part of it too.
Yeah.
That's terrific. But you're not just a swimmer here at Brookstone. What are some of the other activities that you've been engaged in your time?
I run cross country and I run track.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you can boast right now, currently, 3 state titles.
I think it's 5.
5?
Yes.
So
We
more
have-
than one in cross country. 2 in a row in cross country.
No, 1 cross country,
country.
2 track, and then 2
track.
swim.
2 track. Thank you. And 2 swim. Y'all did it 2 years in a row.
Yes, sir.
I did not realize that. Wow, that's amazing. How do you like your chances this year?
I'm crossing my fingers, praying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lost some great swimmers.
Yes.
Yeah, you graduated some strong people.
Yes, we did.
But you all have a good group.
Yes, we still do. Yes.
Tell me how you've done so far this season.
We've done good. I think we've won most of the meets. The girls have won most of the meets we've been to. So we're looking pretty good for state.
That's awesome. Good. I can't wait. I think last year I saw you all swim on senior day. So I'm hoping to do the same thing again this year.
Yeah.
And see you honored out there along with everybody else, which was really cool last year. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Good. Okay, so besides your athletics, what else do you enjoy? What other activities do you enjoy here at Brookstone?
I love the art center, or I don't know the name of the building, but
Woodruff.
Yes, Woodruff. I love that building, and I love like my art classes, and I really enjoy like art club. I think that's so fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's your favorite medium to work in?
I really like just pencil. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you have anything up in the Turner Gallery right now?
I might. I don't think so though.
Okay. I know there's a lot that's
Yeah.
been posted up there. I can't wait to see your stuff when it gets up there. Cool. All right, Chapman. I know you're basketball primarily.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit. And I wanted to have a basketball player in because you guys have high hopes this year, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about your basketball journey and tell me about the season.
So since I've been at Brookstone, I had 3 different coaches, and we got Carl last year, Coach Carl, and he's been great for us.
Tell
I
me
really
why.
like him. I mean, he just I don't know, he just pushes me to be good, and he gets on me and won't let me slack off, and it's been perfect for me.
I'm so glad.
It's definitely made me get better as a player and a person, and help my attitude and all that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So why do you love basketball so much?
I just like to compete, I'm really competitive, so anything I do, I like to, I get into it with all my friends, my brother. I've grown up playing my brother, we used to always get into it, so
That's
I
awesome.
just like basketball.
That's awesome. And your dad clearly
Yes, sir.
influence on that too.
Yes, sir.
That's great. So y'all are excited about this season?
Yes, sir. Really excited.
Why's that?
We have a really good team this year, and we bonded real well, It's like a brotherhood more than it is like a team, you know what I mean? It's just like when I go play with them, I'm having fun. I'm not worried about, winning or losing, Especially with Carl behind me, I'm not worried about it.
That's great.
It's out there having a good time.
What makes a great basketball team?
I think what makes a great basketball team is being a family more than a team. You know what I mean? Like if someone missed a shot, lose the game, you're not going to go get on them. You know what I mean? It's just, they don't feel like they can't shoot or they can't do something without making a mistake because they're scared of what you're going to do or what the coach is going to do to them.
That's amazing. So give me if I was scouting you guys, what would I be worried about? If I was coaching on the other team and I was scouting you, what would I be concerned about playing you all?
We don't necessarily have like one player that you got to worry about because it can always be at one of our 5s night every night. Like one of us can go for 20 points. It's not like one person's going to do it every night. So it's, you know what I mean? It's hard to tell who's going to do it each night.
That's exciting.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and some good bench play.
Yes, sir. We got a good team coming off the bench. They're young, but they're going to be really good.
Yeah, that's exciting. So do you play anything else right now, or are you strictly basketball?
I'm playing baseball this year.
Oh, good.
Yes, sir.
You didn't play last year, right?
No, sir.
Because I played the state championship.
Yeah, I know. I played travel basketball, so I couldn't do
Yeah,
both.
got it.
Yes,
But
sir.
you will not be doing that this spring.
No, sir. I
Got
won't.
it.
Because you can't do it as a senior.
Got it.
sir.
Okay, so you're excited about getting back
Yes,
on
sir.
the
I'm
diamond?
excited for
That's
sure.
awesome.
I love Coach Mathis. He's a great guy.
What position are you?
When I was a freshman, I played first,
Okay.
but I'm just gonna try to play wherever I can to
Yeah.
get some playing time this year.
Who did that last year? That I'm blanking on.
First,
Madden.
Madden. Yes, sir.
came
Madden
back
came
out
back
after-
from
after
golf.
some-
Yes, sir.
yeah, so
Madden
they-
played great.
Yeah, so
Yes,
there
sir.
you go. So gives you some hope,
Yes, sir,
right?
for sure.
That's terrific. So besides basketball and now baseball, what other activities you engage in here at Brookstone?
I like to hunt and fish a lot with my friends.
That's awesome.
That's a lot of what we do outside of school.
Yeah, so Sundays for you right now
Yes, sir.
are occupied?
Yes, sir. We're deer hunting. Yes, sir.
That's great. That's terrific. Good stuff. Well, okay. Well, you're both arrived here in ninth grade together from St. Luke.
Yes, sir.
I didn't realize that. That's cool. And you've really enjoyed your 4 years. What's made this place, the entire experience, so special for you? Start with you, Chapman.
I would just say it's more like a family than it is a school. Like when I come from basketball game, everyone's asking me how I played, or most of them are there. But if they're not there, ask me how I played, how the game went, and some of them will even tell me I played bad. Like Mr. Davis, he'll always, be straight up with me and tell me.
He's candid.
Yes, sir. And I like that he's like that. Yes, sir.
That's great. That's awesome. What about you, Mary?
I would say, yeah, like what Chapman said, just the family and the environment just feels so like warming and like home. And especially like with sports teams, like just after you win or like when we win state or whatever, just like getting to hug all my teammates and be surrounded by them is like the best feeling ever. It's just so special.
Can't imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've won 5 more state championships than I've ever won. So I don't know what that feels like, but I enjoyed watching you all last year, and I sort of felt like I got a little piece of it, but
Yeah.
it was really cool.
It's really
cool.
special.
Really cool.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. All right, so let's get into some of these other questions that I have prepared for you. I want to hear a little more from you. So we have 7 core values. I'm sure you know that. Which of those, which one's most meaningful to you? Mary, let's start with you.
I would say honor. I'm on the honor council, and I just really I feel like we put a lot of intention on honor at this school, and we all signed the honor code at the beginning of the year, don't cheat on your test or whatever, but it's just so much more than that, and how the students hold each other accountable. Yeah.
So you didn't mention it as one of your activities, and I'm really interested to hear more from you about your honor council experience. So why is that important to you?
I think it means to me that I'm a trustworthy person, and I'm someone who is not gonna necessarily go tattle on people, but I'm gonna do the right thing when no one's watching, and yeah.
That's a good feeling.
Yes.
And why do you think the honor code is so important to Brookstone?
I mean, if people are cheating on their test and stuff, there's no way to hold them accountable. You're not gonna get anywhere in life, and you're not really learning anything if you're just cheating all the time. And yeah.
Sets a higher bar for us, doesn't it? Yeah.
It does.
That's a great point. I'm so glad you're doing that.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Chapman, what about you?
I would say leadership.
Tell me more about that.
I just feel like, everyone at Brookstone, we all look up to each other. Not one person looks up to someone. We all look up to each other. And I just feel like one person has to always make sure, you're doing the right thing and that. And I feel like everyone does that very well. We all make sure that we're doing the right thing and staying out of trouble and being the best person that we can be.
You feel like you have opportunities to be a leader here?
Yes, sir, for sure.
For younger students?
Yes, sir. I think that a lot of the younger kids look up to me for basketball.
Yeah.
And that helps me a lot, trying to remember, to keep my cool and stay calm on the basketball court, because there's a lot of kids looking up to me.
I know one who does. Last name's Heil. He watches you closely.
Yes, sir.
So who were your role models when you were 9th, 10th grade?
When I was a freshman, Hayes Volts was a senior, and I've known him my whole life. Okay. So, I was real good friends with him. And he was a senior when I was a freshman on the basketball team. So I would look up to him. Yes, sir.
That's awesome. What about the faculty? But maybe a question for both of you. The leadership on the faculty, is that important?
Yes, sir, for sure.
Yeah. Who are some great leaders among the faculty?
I think that Coach Davis is a very great leader. Mm-hmm. He cares about all of us and all of our sports and everything that we do, and same with Miss Tote.
Yeah.
They're always asking me how the game went, how I played, and it means a lot for sure.
Yeah, no question.
They want to see me succeed as much as I want to succeed. Yeah. That means a lot to me.
Wow, well said. Well said. Thank you. Okay, so you all have spent 4 years on this campus. I have a feeling I know the answer to this, but I want to, maybe I'll be surprised. What is your favorite place on campus? Chapman, start with you.
I would have to go with either the senior lounge room or the lunchroom.
Not Ilja's gym. You caught me off guard there. Okay, I go senior lounge.
I've had some down and backs in there that kind of ruined it for me.
Got it. So the senior lounge. Tell me about the senior lounge.
During our breaks or our study halls, we can, if we have a B or above, we can hang out in there.
Oh, cool. And what's cool about the senior lounge?
It's just like a bunch of couches, and it's kind of like our own little room.
I've seen some nap taking maybe happening in there.
I definitely have taken a few naps in there before. Yes, sir.
That's terrific. And
Yes,
the
sir.
lunchroom, why do you like the lunchroom so much?
I think their food's really good, and that's like 45 minutes where I just get to be with my friends and we just get to talk.
I asked Katie this question when she was on, but do you have a favorite place to sit?
We sit kind of towards the Panini, like where that is. That's just kind of where the seniors sit.
Got it.
So all the senior boys sit right there.
Got it. So that's been important. You made your way.
Yes, sir.
up to
We
that
started
spot.
at the far right and moved
Got
down.
it.
Yes, sir.
That's great. Terrific. Thank you. Mary, what about you? Favorite place on campus or places?
Mine's definitely the senior lounge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So I feel like freshman year we all kind of like hung out in Miss Calhoun's room because we were new and we didn't know where to go or where to hang out.
Yeah.
And now I feel like at our 4th year, I feel like we all kind of hang out in the senior lounge. So it's kind of like that again. And we all kind of like have our own little place.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
What's special about the class of 25?
I would say we have a lot of just like different people and just so many different personalities in our grade. And so it's just so easy to like talk to someone and make a new friend. And yeah, we're all really close. So
That's amazing.
yeah.
And have you always been close, or is this something that's happened just in this year, or is this always been the case for you?
I'd say we've always been pretty close.
Yeah. Okay. That's great. Thank you. Okay, so this may be a harder question, but can you pinpoint a moment? I'll start with you, Mary. Can you pinpoint a moment here at Brookstone that made you feel particularly proud to be part of this community?
Well, like I was saying earlier, just every time we've won a state championship, just like I know, like for 1 year for cross country, I actually was the first alternate, so I didn't run that state meet. But I remember just like cheering so loud for my teammates, and when they won, they were so excited and they were crying, and it was just such a sweet moment. I just remember hugging them and being like, "This is like the best feeling ever!" Like being so proud of them.
Isn't it harder to watch than it is to run?
Yeah.
I mean, in some
Yeah.
ways. Sorry. I understand it is hard
physically,
to run. I get that. Yeah.
but
But when
it
you're not
is.
out there, I always feel like watching is
Yeah.
sometimes harder than actually being in the fight.
Yeah.
Even though I know I've seen you all run, you do. It is not easy. It is not easy. That's really cool. Chapman, what about you?
I would say when all my good friends won the jug this year from Bocelli, that was big. It made me happy to see them
I
win.
know, and I'm so sorry you couldn't be on the field.
Oh, I know.
That's tough.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully, next year, if we're fortunate enough to have it back, we will have students be on the field with the team.
Yes, sir.
Because it'll be here.
Yes, sir.
Which
Yeah.
would be great. So
Yes, sir.
I know that was hard for you all not to want to be out there with those
Yes,
guys.
sir. But it was, just watching them win meant a lot to me.
Good.
Yes,
Good,
sir.
Good. That was pretty cool. The first time I
It
ever
was.
touched a jug.
Yep.
pretty
And
cool.
and it's sitting in the locker room now.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Get
Oh,
to see
good.
it
I
every
didn't know-
day.
I wondered where it was.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's in the locker room.
That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, I got to get in there and see it again. All right, favorite teachers or coaches. I have a feeling Coach Davis might be one of them, but I want to hear. It doesn't have to be one. Chapman, we'll start with you.
For sure, Coach Davis. And I just have gotten close to Coach Brown this year. He's my physics teacher. I like
Good.
Coach Brown a
Oh,
lot.
good.
And then Mr. Quattro taught me biology my freshman year. And I was not the best at it, but she helped me a lot and was always willing to give me extra help. And she helped me a lot.
Boy, those are the most memorable folks, aren't they?
And yes, sir. That's one thing I can say about Brookstone is every single teacher that I've had wants me to succeed.
Yeah.
And they want me to come after school, and they're always willing to stay. So that means a lot for sure.
There's a great saying that we individually, collectively, all stand on the shoulders of those that came before us, and so like she puts you on her shoulders in a
Yes,
lot of
sir.
ways, and it's really meaningful.
Yes,
That's
sir.
awesome. What about you, Mary?
So I would say my 2 past cross country coaches, Matt Lage and then Coach Kalish, they're just like the best people. Like, I don't even know how to describe like them. They're just amazing and they're so nice, and they just made me feel like I had a purpose, and like they wanted me to run and they wanted me to succeed. Yeah, it's just a really special thing.
Purpose is a great word.
Yeah.
That's well articulated. Thank you. All right, we have a lot of great traditions here, including the jug. What's your favorite one, Mary?
So every year the marine biology class goes on a trip to Crystal River, I think,
Yes.
and we swim with the manatees.
Yes.
And that was like one of the best experiences I've ever had here. It was so fun, and just swimming with the manatees was like so out of this world amazing. And wonderful.
Do you have pictures and videos?
I have some.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also feel like our class got really like close together, and we just kind of like bonded a lot over that trip too. And it was just a really like fun.
Was that
time.
last year or this year?
It was last year.
Last year. Did
Yes.
y'all do it in the spring? When did you do it?
We did it in January. They go every year in January, so it's freezing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you wear a wetsuit?
Yes.
Okay.
It was still cold though.
Yeah, but the manatees are still there. Okay,
They're still there.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I've heard about that trip a lot, and it sounds really cool. I might have to chaperone one year.
Yes, you should. It's so fun. So fun.
That's fantastic. What about you, Chapman?
I would say our pep rallies. I love our pep rallies. They're just funny to watch, and if you get called out there, then it'll be funny for you.
you been
too,
called out?
but, I was in the knockout this year.
Oh,
And
yes.
Carl got me out in front of the whole gym. So yes, sir.
That's that you gotta pay him back somehow
Oh, I
for
will,
that. Yeah,
for
okay,
sure.
Okay, good.
My Bo ended up getting him out for me.
Oh,
Bo
good. Okay,
Christopher.
okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
took care of business. Good for both.
Yes,
That's
sir.
a great one. Okay, so Chapman, start with you. What's one thing that should never change about Brookstone, in your opinion?
Just the community and the teachers, how much they care. They really like want me to succeed more than I want myself to sometimes. Like they're always constantly like making sure that if I need help, they're there to help me. They can stay after school in between practice. I mean, and it just means a lot.
That's cool.
And I can tell how much they really do care for me, like outside of school too. They just want me to be a good person and all.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And they want me to just succeed the best I can in everything that I do.
Boy, I don't want that to change either.
Yes, sir.
Trust me, Mary.
I would say the freedom of the campus and, like Chapman said, the community and the teachers, just that close bond.
Talk about the campus a little bit. What do you mean by freedom of the campus?
Well, first off, the campus is beautiful. It's so cool. And like I love how like the apes class can go and just like get in the creek casually one day. Like that's so different.
We
And,
want to do
like
it today. The creek is roaring
Yeah.
today.
like I don't know any other school in Columbus that just has that like opportunity. And like our cross country trail that we run on, like it's just so amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's a big hill, though. I don't like
It
that
is.
big hill.
It is.
That's awesome. Thank you. Okay, so Mary, I'll start with you on this one. What about books? I don't know if you're a reader or not, but are there any books that you've read here while you've been a student or before that have been a huge impact for you in your life?
So last year in Miss Boswell's AP Lang class, we read The Glass Castle.
Oh yeah,
And
it's intense.
yeah, it's very intense. But I enjoyed that book a lot. And I didn't think I was going to, because usually school books are like, eh. But I really did enjoy that one, and it was like very interesting, and it just kind of stuck with me.
Is there a movie too?
Yes, there is.
Have you seen that?
I've seen parts of it.
Okay, probably not as good as the book though.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Well, that's a great example. Thank you, Chad. What about you?
I'm not usually a reader,
Okay.
but we read Ego's the Enemy
Yeah,
for Dr. Harkey,
Yeah.
and it was a really good book.
that was a summer read for the whole
Yes,
upper
sir.
school, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What did you
It was
like about that?
It was just real, like, it was just like about life lessons, and I just thought it was a really good book.
Anything in there stuck with you?
Kind of just everything in it, honestly. It was just like I was really interested to read. Like I wanted to keep reading it.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. It didn't really feel like it was just for school. I was like actually enjoying it.
that's great.
And wanted to keep reading it.
Yeah, I know the teachers spend a lot of time thinking
Yes, sir.
about summer reading.
They do. Yes, sir.
Wanted to find something that people enjoy,
And they always do a good job
yeah,
about
I'm
that.
glad to hear that.
Yes,
Good. Yeah, that's a great read. Okay, so you've talked a little bit about your resumes, sort of as we've talked through here. What's something we might not know about you from sort of the basic things that we know? Chapman, let's start with you.
I'm sure you can tell I like basketball, and I love to like teach little kids about basketball.
That's great.
Yes, sir.
Why? Tell me what is that?
It's just something about how they kind of look up to me. It just means a lot to me, and it makes me want to like get back to them.
Yeah. What's I know basketball pretty well. Tell me one thing. What's your go-to thing you do with a little kid when you first out there?
Definitely jump shot for them, which is something I had just gotten good at. That's what I definitely worked on that a lot this year over the offseason.
You got a beautiful jumper.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I've been shooting well this year, so I hope I can continue to shoot it. But that's definitely something that that's like the first go-to thing with the kids.
Basketball doesn't matter unless you can put the ball in the hoop, right?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Thank you, Mary. What about you?
So I ran a marathon over the summer.
No way.
Yeah.
Which
I
one?
ran it in Maine.
Maine.
It rained the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
But
But you finished.
I did.
That's incredible.
It was a really like special experience for me.
Yeah.
And just
Did you do
seeing
it with
how,
anybody?
No, I just did it by myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why did you choose that marathon?
Well, I couldn't run. I needed to run it over the summer for like training reasons, and in Georgia, it's just way too hot to run a marathon over the summer.
So I still had to run 2 miles over the summer.
Yeah, no. So I had to go somewhere that was a little colder, and we found one in Maine, and yeah.
So just randomly, you just found it.
Yep.
That's
just found
incredible.
it.
So did you and your parents go up?
Me and my mom did, and my grandma.
Oh wow. Did you spend some time in Maine other than
We
that?
did. We did. We went hiking, and yeah.
Before or after you ran?
Before I ran.
No
Just
way.
not
You
a-
went hiking before you ran?
We didn't go very far. We
Okay.
just like went up this one little mountain and then took some pictures and went back down.
It's beautiful up there, isn't it?
It's so.
Had you ever been?
I had never been.
Yeah.
No.
Did you get on the coast at all?
We drove past the coast, but we didn't like actually go.
Yeah. So was it a hilly run?
It was like on the side of the road in the pouring down rain. It wasn't super hilly. It was more like gradual hills.
So you're that was nothing compared to what you have to tackle here, is it?
Yeah, it was nothing compared to that.
Yeah, that's really congratulations.
Thank you.
That is really special. Wow. And your mom and your grandma, they followed you along the whole race?
They did.
Oh, that's amazing. That's really cool. Thank you. Okay, so Mary, we'll start with you on this one. What's the best praise you've ever received?
A lot of people have told me that I'm very hardworking and determined. Sometimes a little bit too much. But I think that's a really special gift that I have.
And what does it mean to work hard? What does that mean to you?
Well, just like with school, I just make a ton of notes and I always try to study and do my best and just put in the hours and the work. And the same with sports, with swimming. I spend hours in the pool just trying to get better.
Do you give up things to do that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably a pretty good definition when you decide, hey, I'm not going to do that because this is more important to me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's great. Chad, what about you?
I would say kind of like the same thing. Like sometimes you got to sacrifice for your sports and your school. And I'm usually pretty good about, you know what I mean? Like if I want to go hang out with my friends, but I know I got a test, or after practice we want to go to eat, but I know I got a test, I'm usually pretty good at like knowing, like being able to get myself to go do what I need to do before I go hang out with friends.
Recognize that in you?
My mom and my parents for sure.
They're your biggest cheerleaders?
Yes, sir.
That's great.
100%. Yes,
great.
sir.
That means a lot, I know. Because they also have high expectations, I'm sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's great. Well, it's obvious to me that both of you all are hard workers in what you've been able to demonstrate in the pool or in the track or on the court. It's very clear.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so relaxing and recharging, like hunting may be one of those, but Chapman, what are some other things for you that you relax
I like
doing?
to play video games with my
Ooh,
friends.
okay, tell me more about that. What do you play?
Yeah, I like to play like college football that just came out and NBA, 2K. Yes, sir. I like that with my friends. That's definitely something
So
that I
you're a
like.
sports gamer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The college football game was when I was in college. They had that, but then it
Oh,
disappeared for a long time because of all the rules.
Yes, sir.
And now it's back.
Yes,
Which is
sir.
exciting. I'm gonna have to get my son engaged in that. He would love it.
Yes, sir.
That's great. What about you, Mary?
I love to like spend time with my friends and just like drive around town and go get food and listen to music.
Where do you like to eat?
Chick-fil-A is like the best fast food place.
And it's close by.
Yes.
If you're gonna go out to dinner, like a nice dinner, what's your favorite place in town?
Probably like the Salt Cellar downtown. Love their grilled chicken.
Grilled chicken and a salt
Yes.
cellar. Okay, I'll make sure to remember that.
So good.
Some good things on that menu.
Yes.
That's great. I should add that question to my repertoire. I like to hear about restaurants. Okay, so this one may be a little more challenging to answer, but Mary, what would you say? Hopes and dreams for Brookstone School. You're graduating in May. Congratulations! And when you come back for your 10th reunion or 25th reunion or a milestone like that, what do you hope to see here? What do you hope Brookstone will become?
I hope that it just kind of stays the same. Like, I think the freshman retreat is so good, and we didn't actually get to go on ours because of
you
COVID.
guys were the COVID ones. Oh gosh.
But I do think that like that freshman year, just like making sure that those kids have like a close bond, and then they can carry that out through the next 4 years. I think.
Despite that, you all are a close class. That's impressive.
Yes, sir.
That's a great one. Chad, what about you?
I wouldn't change anything either. Like one, I think really special thing to me is how safe we feel while we're at Brookstone. and like that we have the privilege to be able to kind of like not walk around freely, but we can walk to building without have to worry about something, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in the world, and I feel like Brookstone
Sure.
does a really good job making us feel safe.
Yeah. Well, thank you. That's something we care a
Yes,
lot
sir.
about. We do. Well, gosh, you guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for your words of wisdom. I mean, I'm always really impressed and encouraged when I have students sitting across from me, and you all are no exception, to share what's on your mind and what you think about. I don't think people give our young adults enough credit in this world today, and so thank you for sharing what's on your mind and really. I think demonstrating what makes Brookstone so special. So thank you for both, and good luck. Good luck basketball. We're gonna be watching closely, and good luck swimming. And my fingers are also crossed.
Thank you.
For y'all, and in the spring with track as
Yes,
well,
sir.
and in the spring with baseball. I can't wait to see you out there.
Yes, sir.
Taking some ground balls. So congratulations on making it all the way to your senior year, and it's getting closer and closer. And enjoy your senior spring, and look forward to watching y'all compete and hearing more about your accolades in the classroom. So congratulations.
Thank you
all.
for having us.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And thank you again for joining us on the Be the One podcast. One of my most interesting conversations so far, without a doubt. And I hope you all enjoy it. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.